In this video, we are going to look at how some cheap LED headlights I got from Amazon stack up to the stock Ford F150 halogen lights on my truck. We are going to look at beam profile, the range, the color, and much more. Welcome back. This is the NAO LED headlight upgrade for my truck. These sell on Amazon for around $34. The seller sent me these for review. There's also a coupon code in the description to get you 20% off of that if you're interested. Anyhow, this is them boxed, and this is them unboxed. First impression, we do get a fan here. That's good. Hopefully sustainable. Our LED is not a Cree. I don't recognize that. It doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means I need a camera that can focus better. There we go. It just means that I don't recognize the LED. Plenty of good house brands out there. So let's see if they fit. Okay, these are supposed to be just plug and play, and they do look like they have the same fitting as my halogen lights, so let's have a look here. Okay, so for mine, looks like we just unplugged the plug there, and I did get the same plug, and then that comes off, and the halogen should just pull out. Now these are essentially a match. These are side emitting, which is basically what this bulb kind of is. Not exactly, but mostly. One thing I noticed in the instructions, it claims that with these, this is actually two pieces here. It claims that to adjust the beam, you can turn that in the housing slightly, but I mean, you've only really got a tiny bit there, so hopefully that's enough to adjust the beam if we need to. Okay, so once you get it turned the right direction, it does just pop in there. That's a good start. Uh-oh. Okay, well, apparently you can't put this in and then put that on because this end's too fat. What you're supposed to do, I think, is put this ring on and then the factory lock to hold that in, and then put the bulb in from the back, but I can't get it in real straight for one thing with that, because that wire kind of holds it up out of the way, and then also I can't really turn it once that's on. So for now, what I'm going to do is just leave the factory lock off. It fits in there tight enough that to find out how this works, I can do it without of that. And then if I want to, I can just cut the tail end off that so it's a little shorter later. Okay, we're going to look at the projection difference on these. The height is basically the same at close range. I'm sitting on a little bit of a hill, so it looks like the right one's a little higher, but really they're about the same. I can see the halogen on the left is considerably a tighter beam, and it seems like when I'm driving that it does throw a little better. Looking at this, you can see the LED one is spread out more, and right now it looks brighter because I don't have the engine running, but once I start that up, it'll drive this to full power, and they look pretty much equal to me, but okay, one thing to note, we are getting, you can hear that fan. So the fan is working. That's good. Now for the Am I Blinding Other Drivers test. First up is halogen. Now dropping down to low. Here is LED high beam. Now dropping down to low. What do you think? Can you tell a difference? First up is a 5,000 lumen Maglite flashlight. Now the halogens. Now our LEDs. Okay, I did want to mention that my truck is over 20 years old and my lenses on the headlights are pretty cloudy looking. So I think that affects the output of both the LED and my halogen overall pretty significantly. I think realistically you could expect around 5,000 lumens of output from the pair of these. Okay, here's my personal takeaway from these bulbs. I felt like that the brightness of my factory lights versus these LEDs was roughly the same. My headlights happen to be really, really good. You would be hard-pressed to do better than 94 Ford F150 factory headlights. So if you have really bad headlights, these might still be considerably brighter than yours. For mine, they were about the same. Theoretically, they do reduce system load. My halogens are rated at 65 watts apiece on high, and the LED ones are rated at 36 watts apiece on high. I measured 74 watts on high with my halogens and 40 watts with the LED bulbs. I think that discrepancy there might just be because like I didn't let it warm up long enough while I got 74 on my halogens, not sure. But anyway, 40 watts on the LEDs, and they are that way on low or high. It just changes the beam angle when you flick from low to high. The beam on them is good. I'm a little disappointed that they don't outthrow my halogens. I felt like after driving around with them for a while that the factory lights had better range. They had a tighter hot spot, and I wish that they outthrew mine. They don't. The beam is uber soft though. You know, it did focus correctly. It did point where you would want it directionally, and it's smooth as glass. You know, it's like something you would get from the optic of a flashlight. There were no weird spots or holes in it. It was really good. So it was nice that way. I would be very interested to hear what you think about it, so go ahead and let us know in the comments section. As always, thanks for watching, and good lucks.